Good morning, students. I hope everyone is doing well. Am I visible to everyone? Am I visible to everyone? Okay, that's good to hear. So we will start the today's class. Am I audible? So, welcome to Pernica Tutorials YouTube channel. Today I want to start the live session on this. We are planning to do a series of live sessions on every Friday and Tuesday on the database and management systems course. Okay, so I request everyone to please like the channel, share the videos with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and even press the bell button to get the regular updates. Okay, and if you want to contact me, like suppose you are watching a video and you have a doubt, you are feeling shy to ask the doubt in the comment section, anytime you can send an email to pernicatutorials@gmail.com. Or if you want to get the regular updates, let's take that you are too busy, you are not able to watch the videos regularly, you want the updates, then you can join to my Telegram link. After this session I will provide all these links in the description section, and if you have a Pinterest account, you can check my Pinterest pins in the Pinterest account. Even we have a LinkedIn account for the Pernica Tutorials. I request everyone to join in using the Telegram channel. We have created a channel called Pernica Tutorials in the Telegram, so anyone can join in that one and you can get the updates. And even you can follow my channel in the LinkedIn, Pinterest and other social media accounts. Even we have a Instagram account also for Pernica Tutorials. Now you can ask me, sir, what is the GATE 2021 syllabus? Because a lot of people are saying that related to the 2021 syllabus. Recently IIT Mumbai has released the syllabus for GATE 2021 and all the branches. Coming to the DBMS course, what is the content is there? You have to study the ER model, which is nothing but entity relationship model, and even you have to study the relational model, and then you have to study about the relational algebra. Coming to the relational calculus, we have tuple calculus and domain calculus. Am I right? I think everyone know that in relational calculus we have tuple calculus and domain calculus, but however domain calculus is not there in GATE 2021. Even in GATE 2020 also it was not there, so there was no update. So only you have to study the tuple calculus, and then you have to study about the SQL, integrity constraints and normal forms. This normal forms is very important. Like we have first normal form, we have second normal form, we have third normal form, and we have BCNF. Lot of universities will have 4NF and 5NF, but when it comes to the GATE we will not have the 4NF and 5NF. Okay, and then we will study about the file organization. This is very important. And in the file index organization we have a indexing, like we have a single level indexing, multi-level indexing. In multi-level indexing we have B trees and B plus trees. Okay, so you should know what is the property of a B tree, what is the property of B plus tree. Okay, then you should study about the how to construct a B tree and how to delete the elements in the B tree. Then coming to the B plus trees, again you have to study the properties of B plus trees. Then again how to insert the elements in the B plus trees and how to delete the elements in the B plus tree. Okay, and even you should know the properties, very important. Based on the properties, several years there were questions are asked in the GATE. Okay, and then the transaction management, you have to study about the acid properties. Like acid properties means we have atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. And when the transaction is executing in a non-serial, we will face a lot of problems. All these problems we will discuss, like we have a lost update problem, dirty read problem, and then we will discuss about various protocols like two-phase locking protocol, Thomas Wright rule. All these protocols we will discuss. Okay, so this is about the syllabus of DBMS. Okay, and last 5 years, what is the percentage of the marks they have asked in the for the DBMS? You everyone know that we in GATE we will have 65 questions and maximum marks is 100 marks. So in GATE 2020, 8% of marks, meaning is that 8 marks were asked on the DBMS course. And then again in GATE 2019 also 8% questions were asked, and in 2018 somehow they have asked only 4%, and in GATE 2017 they have given 6% of questions, and in GATE 2016 4.75. So with these statistics you can clearly tell me that sir, DBMS course is very important. Not only for GATE, this DBMS course is very useful for the students who are preparing for the placements, because lot of companies will expect you that you should be very sound at the DBMS, and that to normal forms and transaction management, not only the SQL. Okay, and the Pernica Tutorials, we have started our channel on May 22nd, 2020. So it just completed 80 days, and I have successfully uploaded around 330 videos till now. So you can on an average, so 80 days 330 videos means per day we are uploading 4 videos. So this is very good amount. Okay, and we have completed, means I only, but however I am saying about my editing team and my publicity team, because they are really working hard for this channel. Okay, so I have uploaded around 325 videos as I said earlier, and I have completed 3 subjects. One is the DBMS, and another one is the TOC, theory of computation, and another one is the computer organization. Those who are from computer science and those who are preparing for the GATE exam or any UGC NET exam or any university level exams, they know the importance of these subjects. And recently I have started the computer networks course also. I have uploaded around 17 videos on the computer networks, and it will continue. Okay, and the plan is that I will teach all the core subjects. I alone will teach all the subjects except the general knowledge means general aptitude and English. Leave about the English and the general aptitude and mathematics part. Remaining all the CSE subjects, including the discrete mathematics and the graph theory, I will teach all the subjects, such as you can ask me DBMS we have completed, and then TOC completed, then computer organization is completed. Now we have started the computer networks. Okay, and then I will plan to teach compiler design, then digital logic design, operating system, design analysis of algorithm, data structures and programming, and even discrete mathematics and graph theory. All these subjects I will complete as early as possible. Okay, so how I have planned is that each course I have created a 2 playlist. One is the DBMS playlist you will find, meaning is that particularly for DBMS I am telling, you will find a DBMS playlist and GATE previous questions on DBMS. Then you can ask me why 2 separate playlists, because everyone may not be interested for GATE exam. Someone want to learn the concepts, but however they are not writing the gate exam. So for them, gate previous questions is not important. So how we have planned is that I have uploaded around 125 videos related to the DBMS course, okay, and then around 20 videos I have uploaded related to the gate previous questions. However, in the DBMS playlist also you can find 1 or 2 gate previous questions, so that you will understand what kind of questions the gate will ask, and sometimes by seeing the gate previous questions you can understand the concept in much depth. Okay, so how I have planned this DBMS playlist was, like I will teach one topic, then I will discuss 1 or 2 examples. Let's come to the normal forms. Okay, so in the normal forms we have 2NF, we have 3NF. So when I'm coming to third normal form, I will discuss what is third normal form, and I will discuss 1 or 2 examples. Then I will discuss one gate question related to the third normal form. Okay, then you will understand what kind of questions they will ask in the gate related to what are the topic you are reading. That will help you to practice the previous questions and also help you to understand the concept in a much better way. Lot of students will ask me this question that, sir, how should we prepare for any subject? So first you should learn the concept. Suppose normal form, you learn the concept and then solve 2 or 3 examples, then solve the gate previous questions from last 20 years. Then if you are done, then you can proudly say that, sir, I learned this concept. Like that you should do. Maybe within a short period you cannot complete all the subjects, but what are the subjects? See, we have a 6 months. 6 months is more than sufficient. So I request everyone to practice like this, like study one topic, solve 1 or 2 examples, and then solve the gate previous questions related to the topic. Lot of people will first study the theory and then they will try to solve the questions. They could not able to, and at last they will solve the gate questions. Now that is not a better way. First study the topic, solve a few examples, and do the gate previous questions of last 20 years. Okay, so this is what the even you can find for the computer networks also. We will do the same way. All the subjects, each subject you can find 2 playlists. Okay, and during the live session you can ask me, sir, as you are telling that you have completed around 125 videos related to DBMS, then what is the need for the live session? See, as per the statistics, people love to listen the class during the live sessions. Okay, because recorded video is a passive. Okay, so if you have a doubt, you may not ask it. Some people will feel shy to ask the doubt in the comment section, or you cannot express the doubt in a short sentence. You need to ask it as a diagram. So then you can send an email, but still if you want to interact with me during live sessions, you can interact with me and you can ask the doubts. So how I am planning this live session is, first I will complete the DBMS, then we will go for the next subject, like that. Okay, so parallelly I will upload the other videos, and I will do these live sessions. Okay, so during the live sessions you can ask the doubts to me. I will provide practice questions, you can solve them. Okay, if you could not able to solve those questions, I will help you. Suppose let's take that I will teach one topic, okay, and I will give some practice questions for you. Even you can find those practice questions in my Telegram account also. Okay, there also if you join you can find those questions, but however I will give some questions here and I will ask you to solve it. If you solve them, it is very good, I will be very happy. If you cannot solve them also, no problem, I will discuss them and I will explain you how to solve those questions also. And these live sessions I am currently planning as every Friday and Tuesday at 4 p.m. Okay, so we will meet twice in a week. Okay, the objective of the live sessions is more than teaching, it is a doubt sessions and practice. Okay, because practice will make you better and perfect. Okay, so coming to the introduction related to DBMS, as I said earlier, you should know about the basics of DBMS and then ER diagram and other concepts. So coming to the DBMS, what is DBMS? Database Management System. Am I right? So then you should know what is a data. Data is a fact which is recorded. Let's take that my YouTube channel name, which is a Pernica Tutorials. It is a fact which is recorded, so I can call it as a data. When it comes to my name, my name is Jagadish, so which is a fact which is recorded. Okay, so that's why I can call it as a data. So any data, when we can call it as a data, it is a fact which is recorded somewhere. Now you can ask me, what is a database? A database is a collection of data typically describing the activities of one or more related organizations. Now you can ask me, sir, can you give an example for the database? You are telling that it is a collection of data. Now let's take that you have a class. Let's take that our channel subscribers. If I say that these are the subscribers are there, their names, so that is one database. Am I right? Because I have there all their names, which is saying that these are the subscribers of Pernica Tutorials YouTube channel. Okay. So we will, and suppose let's take that we are talking about a college. Now in a college, so many students will be there. So the students have their names, their roll numbers, all these are fact which is a data. So collection of data, we will call it as a database. Okay. And then you can ask me, what is a database management system? It is the software to manage the database, because we are saying that we have a database, large amount of data is there. We have to manage the database, like we have to create the database, we have to modify the database, okay, we have to retrieve the information from the database. All these things we have to do. So some software is required. So that software or a collection of programs, we will call it as a database management system. Okay. Now let me discuss why we should study the database management system, or what is the advantages of database management system. One is the data independence. Okay. What is meant by data independence is that you can run several applications. Each application has their own data. Am I right or wrong? Now these two data will not be overlapped. Let me tell you a simple example. Okay, suppose let's take that in a university, second year students are there and third year students are there and some students are there and correspondingly faculty also there. Now if you see that any university will maintain two separate databases. One is that students database and another one is the faculty database. Now these two databases are independent. The data will not be overlapped. If you are managing any database on the student, it will not be affected on the faculty database. Okay. So if you are running several applications, it will not be, each one is independent. Are you able to understand it or not? And efficient data access. Okay. If you want to retrieve the information, then we need the help of the database management system, because if I am writing a query, okay, let's take that in a class, I want to know that who are the students secured more than 90 marks. Then whatever the SQL query I am writing, I will expect the answer in very less amount of time. Am I right? It's not like that it is running a what you call the deep learning algorithm that it will train lot of data. I will get the result after some 10 hours, 12 hours. If the SQL query says that, you will not wait. Am I right? Is it clear? So you should get the immediate response. So we need a efficient data access mechanisms that can be done with the help of database management system. And data integrity and security. Okay, data integrity is important, and also security for the data is also very important. Like, what is the data integrity meaning is that? Okay, now let's take that everyone has their bank accounts. Am I right or wrong? Let's take that you got a message from the bank saying that you have 1 crore money in your bank account. Someone has deposited. Then immediately you will go to ATM. Am I right? You want to withdraw the 50,000 at least, because the ATM will allow you to withdraw 50,000. But when you are going to the ATM and when you have tried to collect the 50,000, withdraw 50,000, it is saying that insufficient money. Then you will be shocked that Right now I got a message that I have 1 crore money in my account. 50,000 is less than 1 crore. So how it is insufficient? Then immediately you will go to the bank and you will try to withdraw the money from the branch. Then there they are saying that you have 10 rupees. Meaning is that you have less than the minimum balance. You pay the fine. Then you will say that, sir, in message you have showed that it is 1 crore. In ATM some other information is came, and now you are saying some other. Then will you accept? You will say that no, I have 1 crore, you have eaten my money. Am I right? Is it clear? So data integrity is very important. So if you see your balance in any bank online also, whatever the amount it is showing, if you send a SMS and check the balance also, it should show the same amount. Even if you are checking the balance in the ATM center also, it should show the same amount. So integrity is very important. Is it clear? Then it will create a lot of headache. And data administration, there should be a hierarchy in the data management. Am I right? Let's take that. Let me give a small example. In an institute, students will be there, faculties will be there, okay, and even every department there will be HOD will be there, and there will be a principal or a director or vice chancellor will be there. Now what the students can do, students can see that when it comes to the end semester results of a particular subject, what a student can do, he can see the marks. Am I right? He cannot modify the marks. Students can modify the marks. If my database is providing the students to modify the marks, then everyone will show to their parents that I got 100 marks. Is it clear? Am I right or wrong? So there should be hierarchy. Meaning is that particular permissions are permitted to the level of hierarchy of the person. So students can only see the marks. He cannot modify the marks. Coming to the faculty. Faculty who is teaching the DBMS course, they can only modify the marks of the DBMS for the particular students. He cannot modify the computer networks marks. He cannot modify the TOC marks. So there is a particular restrictions are there. Coming to the HOD. HOD can see all the corresponding department students marks. HOD also cannot modify the marks. Am I right? Only faculty can modify the marks. And then principal also can see all the students inside the institute marks. Is it clear? So there is a what you call hierarchy. That is very, very important. It will even provides the security also. Okay. And then concurrent access and crash recovery. You should be in a position to access the data concurrently. Okay. And crash recovery is also important. Meaning is that, let's take that database is corrupted. Is it clear? Then suppose let's take that some bank, okay, every time why I am telling the bank means you can understand the example very easy way. Now let's take that bank, you have money, everyone has the money in the particular bank. Due to some problem, the database was corrupted of the corresponding bank. Then next day they should not say that as we don't know how much money was left, as our database is corrupted, now we are making everyone balance as 0. Am I right? They cannot do like that. So they should get the backup data. If any crash has happened, you should be able to recover the data from the database management. Means from the database you have to recover it. How you can do? With the help of database management system. And with the help of the database management system, we have reduced the application development time. As a lot of things DBMS is handling, okay, we are able to design various applications. Okay, those who are designing various Android applications, all these things, they are not worrying more about the managing the data, everything. Managing the data, everything, how to access the data effectively, everything the DBMS is handling. So he is just writing the queries and developing the apps. So these are the advantages of the DBMS. Okay. Now what is a data model? So those who are really liking the videos, please press the like button, share the videos with your friends, subscribe, and even you can give the comments. If you give the comments, it will reach to everyone. Okay, so if you really like the videos or if you have any doubts, you can ask me those doubts. Okay, and once the complete session is completed, I will give reply to your comments. Okay, are you able to understand? Now I cannot give any reply. Once the session is completed, I will sit with you and I will give reply to everyone's question. Okay, so coming to data model, let me discuss all the basic things, then we will go for the next things. So you should know all these things. What is a data model? It is a collection of high level data description constructs that hide many low level storage details. Okay, so what it is doing, it will just hide the low level details such as physical, how it is data is stored, how the relationships are there, everything it will hide. It will just show the high level data description. Now let's take that you are checking your bank balance in the some website. Okay, from the bank website you are seeing. When you are checking the data, do you know where the data is actually stored? Do you know how the relations are there? Do you know these things? You don't know. You just checking your balance, that amount only it will be visible to you. Other things, how the data is actually stored, how the relations are created, how where the tables are stored, all these things you does not know. Okay, similarly when you are seeing the exam results in a portal, you can see your marks only. You cannot able to find where the relations are stored, in which server it is stored. If you know all these things, obviously you will hack them. Am I right or wrong? So data model will provide the low level data description and hide many low level storage details. Okay, a DBMS allows user to define data in terms of data model. Everything it determines with the help of data model. And one of the data model which is there in the syllabus is relational model, which is very famous. In the relational model, data is described in the form of relations. Okay, data is described in the form of relations. And coming to the schema, it is a description of data in terms of data model. In a relational model, schema is represented as relation name. Here relation name is employee. Okay, as I said earlier, everything is in terms of form of relations. Then those who know SQL, the relation is nothing but your table. Am I right? So here employee is a relation, or even you can call it as a table. Now every table has the columns. Am I right or wrong? Those columns we will call it as an attribute. So attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3, so on you will have. And each attribute will have a data type. Specifies that what kind of data you can store. Suppose if it is your marks, it will be an integer or a number. If it is your name, it will be a char or a varchar. So these are the data types and the attributes. We will discuss all these data types, everything in the coming sessions. Okay. So this is about the data model, relational model, schema, all these things. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay. And coming to the levels of abstraction, this is very, very important. Those who are preparing for university exams or any other exams. Now we have 3 levels of abstractions. We have the disk where the actual data is stored. Okay. On top of that one, we have a physical schema, we have a conceptual schema, and we have an external schema. Then you can ask me, sir, first thing with seeing the diagram, you can ask me, sir, why only one physical schema is there, one conceptual schema is there, why 3 external schema? The external schemas can be any, more than one also it can be there. Just for example, I have given 3 external schemas, but however you can have n number of external schemas. However, physical schema and conceptual schema will be only one. Okay. Now you can ask me, what is the physical schema? Physical schema will tell where your database is actually stored. Okay. And it will talk about the indexing, because how you want to retrieve the data from the disk. Okay. How the data is actually stored. All these things will come in the physical schema. And in the conceptual schema, we will talk in terms of data, in terms of relations, how the relations are created, how many relations are there, how many attributes are there in each relation. So if it is an ER diagram, means relational model, conceptual schema will talk in terms of relations. Okay, you will have the relations in the conceptual schema. Then you can ask me what is the external schema. The external schema will provide the part of the information. Let's take that. Okay, let's take that your results portal. When you log in into the portal, you can see your marks only. What are the subjects you have written? Let's take that in a semester you have written 6 subjects. You can see your marks. The meaning is that in the database only your marks is there. No, that is the external schema is provided to you. That is the view it is provided to you. But however, in the database, all the students' marks will be there. So the student who is seeing the marks can be visible only his marks. So then what is the advantage? It provides the security. If everyone's marks is provided with your marks, then you will start comparing how this roll number 30 has copied from me, how he got S grade or how he got 100 marks, how I only got 90 marks, so faculty did not correct well. So all these questions you will ask, am I right or wrong? And you will also have lot of doubts. So we should not compare with others. So external schema will provide the part of the data which is required for you, means that whichever the permitted for you. So we will talk in terms of views when it comes to the SQL. So I hope you have understood the advantage of external schema and what is a conceptual schema, what is a physical schema, and where the data is actually stored. This is, we will call it as a 3 levels of abstraction also, as you have 3 levels called as physical schema, conceptual schema, and external schema. Okay, and let me tell you overview of database design. If you are designing a database, you should know about these things. What are the things you have to do? One is that you have to do the requirement analysis. Before designing the any database, you should know what is the customer requirements. Without knowing the customer requirements, you should not start designing the database. You can design a database, however, it will not be a better database design. You should go for a better. So how it will be better? First you should understand all the requirements of the customer or the some person who is asking you to design the database. Once you understand all those requirements, you have to fine tune those requirements. But however, in DBMS course, we will not do this fine tuning the requirements, all these things. Okay. But however, we will do the conceptual database design, we will do the logical database design, schema refinement, physical database design, and security design. Once you have done with the requirement analysis, you will go to the conceptual database design. Meaning is that in a relational model, we will go for the ER diagram. Okay, once we understand the requirements, we should construct the ER diagram. Then you can ask me, what is a ER diagram? ER diagram is nothing but entity relationship diagram. Okay, suppose those who have studied the C language, they know this one. Suppose someone has asked you to write a program. First we will not write the program. First we will write the algorithm, then we will try to draw the flowchart, then we will go for the program. So similarly, first we will understand the requirements, then we will do the conceptual database design, which is nothing but the ER diagrams in the relational model. Then we will go for the logical database design, meaning is that we will go for this relations. Okay, how many tables are required to do this one, all these things we will do. Okay, and then you have to do the schema refinement. Okay, so you have to do the normalization here. Here we will talk in terms of normalization, whether all these attributes are required in a relation or not. Okay, can I segregate this one table into multiple tables so that I can avoid the duplicate data. Okay, and we have the various anomalies if we have a large size data, meaning is that more attributes are there, then it will create the duplicate redundancy data duplicates. And then we have 3 anomalies such as insertion anomaly, updation anomaly, deletion anomaly, all these things problems we will face. Anomaly is nothing but a problem. So that can be solved with the help of normalization. In schema refinement we will discuss about the normalization. Then once we design everything, we should store the data effectively. And the storing the data effectively meaning is that you should use any data structures or any procedure such a way that you can retrieve the data in an effective manner. So there we will discuss about the indexing, primary indexing, clustering indexing, secondary indexing, all these things we will discuss. Okay, and even we will discuss about the single level indexing, multi-level indexing, B trees, B plus trees, all these things we'll discuss. And then even security is also important. Okay, security is important, which can be provided with the help of data administration. Okay, so when you are designing students who are preparing for the university exams and also for the competitive exams also. Now in the ER diagram we will call it as an entity relationship diagram. Now you can ask me, what is an entity, what is a relationship? As I know, everyone know that what is a diagram. So people will not ask me the doubt what is a diagram. However, they will ask me what is an entity, what is a relationship, those who are studying the DBMS first time. What is an entity? Entity is an object in the real world that is distinguished from other objects. Let's take that human beings. Human beings is a real world object. Am I right or wrong? And we can able to distinguish with other objects like animals, like tigers, fish, all these things we can able to distinguish. So human being is also one entity, and similarly students also one entity, because student I can uniquely identify. He will carry the book, he will carry the pen. However, nowadays people are not carrying, the students are not carrying, but usually we can distinguish whether he is a student, whether he is a faculty, all these things. Am I right or wrong? So entity is an object in the real world and it is distinguishable from other objects, and this is the symbol to represent an entity. I think everyone know what is this symbol. Okay, am I right? I no need to say it again. Now attribute, each entity is described by a set of attributes. Suppose a student is there. Student has a certain properties. Am I right or wrong? So student will have his roll number, his name will be there, and his marks will be there, his address will be there, his father number will be there, his mother number will be there. So each one is a property. Am I right or wrong? So in an ER diagram, the property we will call it as an attribute. So each entity is described by a set of attributes. Now you can ask me, what is an entity set? It is a collection of entities with similar properties. Let's take that student is an entity. Collection of students, we will call it as a student set. Is it clear? Now coming to the relationship. It is an association between entities. So two entities, I need to create a relation, then we will have an association between them. Let's take that student and a department, where student is a entity, department is an entity. Student studying in a department, their studying is a relationship. Then you can ask me, sir, you are telling that student is studying in a department, you said that student is an entity, department is an entity, studying is a relationship. How I can identify? Someone gives me a requirement. Usually the nouns will act as an entity. Is it clear? Suppose let's take that employee is working in a company. So here employee is an entity, company is another entity, and working is a verb here. So verb will act as a relationship between the two entities. Okay, I hope you have understood what is an entity, what is an attribute, what is the relationship, and how to represent the entity, attribute and relationship. Okay, so these symbols are useful for representing the entity, attribute and relationship. Now we will discuss what are the various types of attributes are there. Okay, if you have any doubts, you please provide it in the comment section. I will clear your doubts, and if you are really enjoying my lecture, please press the like button Okay, and give your feedback also in the comment section. Now let me discuss about various types of attributes. We have 7 types of attributes are there. The 7 types of attributes are listed below. One is the simple attribute, another one is composite attribute, single valued attribute, multi-valued attribute, stored attribute, derived attribute, and complex attribute also. Now you can ask me, what is a simple attribute? Okay, a simple attribute will give the only one value. You can ask me an example for a simple attribute. Let's take that, how I can say, let's take that age. Age cannot be further divided. Am I right or wrong? Coming to the composite attribute, which can be further divided into simple attributes. The best example for the composite attribute is name. So the name can be further divided into first name, middle name, last name. So the first name cannot be further divided. Am I right or wrong? First name is only the simple attribute. So here the composite attribute is the name. Okay, in the next example I have given. So the composite attribute is a collection of simple attributes is denoted as a composite attribute. So here name is a composite attribute because which can be further divided into simple attributes such as first name and last name. So first name and last name is called as a simple attributes because which cannot be further divided. Okay, I hope you have understood what is a simple attribute, what is a composite attribute. The next classification is single valued attribute and multi-valued attribute. Now what is a single valued attribute? Any attribute consists of only one value. Let's take that your age. Your age is only one value. Am I right? Obviously every year it will be updated, but only one value will be there because you cannot say a different name to your friend. You cannot say a different age to your enemy. Age will be same. If someone asks your age, you will tell only one value. Am I right? So that's what we will call it as a single valued attribute. So the best example is the age is an attribute for a student or for a human, it will be single valued. However, the other people who are working in industries, I think you can understand, they may have the different ages, but usually everyone will have the same age. And coming to the multi-valued attribute, an attribute which can have more than one value, those attributes we will call it as a multi-valued attributes. The best example is the phone number. So now everyone has a dual SIM phone. So if it is a dual SIM phone, obviously you will have 2 SIMs. Each SIM will have a phone number. So you have a 2 phone numbers. Suppose let's take that Ravi. Ravi, how many phone numbers you have? He will say that, sir, I have 2 phone numbers. Okay. So he will say that, sir, one is for talking with me and one is for WhatsApp. Am I right? So if we ask the phone number of a particular person, he will tell the 2 phone numbers. So that example is a multi-valued attributes. Now we will discuss about the stored attribute and derived attribute. Let me discuss this one, stored attribute and derived attribute, with a small example. If I know someone's date of birth, someone is asking, sir, can we call a single valued attribute as a simple attribute? Yeah, sometimes you can call. See, if I take a one attribute which will not be like only, sir, it is a simple attribute, it cannot be a multi-valued attribute, like that we cannot say. Is it clear? So a attribute can be a simple attribute, even it can be a multi-valued attribute. Let's take that phone number. Your mobile number is there. Mobile number is a simple attribute, am I right, which can be further divided. Any mobile number can be further divided into mobile number 1, mobile number part 2, like that we have. No, but even mobile number can be multi-valued attribute. So we cannot say exactly that one attribute is a simple attribute or a composite attribute. It cannot be single valued attribute or it cannot be a stored attribute. An attribute can be any of these things. I hope, Srinu, you have understood your doubt. Okay. So coming to the stored attribute and the derived attribute, the stored attribute, let me give you with an example. Okay. Suppose if I know someone's date of birth, can we find their age? Obviously, am I right? If I say my date of birth is so and so, obviously you can find my years. So I no need to store my years and also my date of birth in the database. If I store, it is a redundant. Am I right? So if I store my date of birth, I can able to derive my years. So their date of birth is a stored attribute and years is a derived attribute. So we no need to store both of them, okay, in a database. So I hope you have understood what is a stored attribute, what is a derived attribute. Now we will discuss what is a complex attribute. Complex attribute is a combination of composite attribute and multi-valued attribute. I have discussed this one in an example here. So complex attribute is a combination of multi-valued attribute and a composite attribute. The best example is address. You can ask me, sir, why address is a complex attribute? Because if an address is a complex attribute, it should be multi-valued attribute and also composite attribute. How I can say that address is a composite attribute? If I ask someone address, he will tell, sir, flat number, street name, okay, pin code, all these things. So address can be further divided into flat number, street name, city, district, okay, state, all these things, pin code, everything will be there. So I can say that address is a composite attribute. Then how it is a multi-valued attribute? Am I right? You can ask me, sir, address will be only one value will be there. How it is multi-valued attribute? Obviously, if you see, if you fill any form, they will ask you two addresses, current address and permanent address. Am I right? Your current address may not be the permanent address. Let's take that someone is studying in a university and he is staying in a university hostel. So his current address is the hostel address, but however his permanent address is not the hostel address. His permanent address is his home address. So an address is a multi-valued attribute and also a composite attribute. So I can say that it is a complex attribute. Now, so that's what composite attribute we will represent like this, multi-valued attribute we will represent like this, and derived attribute will be represented like this. I request everyone to note down these points. These points are very important if you attend for any technical interview or you are writing any entrance exam such as public sector exams or GATE exam or UGC NET exams. So I request everyone to please note down these points which will be useful for you. Anyway, those who are subscribed for my channel, I will provide my notes also. Okay, I will provide the notes also for you, those who have subscribed to my channel. Others I cannot provide because I don't have any other medium to transfer the notes. Okay, those who have subscribed to my channel, you can find the notes. In few days I will upload it. Okay, once the entire DBMS is completed, I will upload. Okay, and the complex attribute, if it is a combination of multi-valued attribute and composite attribute, obviously you know how to represent a multi-valued attribute and you know how to represent a composite attribute. So you can easily represent a complex attribute. Now we have a key attribute. A key attribute is an attribute. Obviously with the name itself you can say it is an attribute. Now what is the key attribute it is? Using the key attribute we can uniquely identify the entity. Let me give a small example. The entity here is a student. Now how can I uniquely identify a student? I cannot uniquely identify a student with a dress. Am I right? If it is some colleges will follow that this is the college dress you have to wear. Then everyone will wear the same dress. Obviously if it is you can wear any dress, obviously two persons can wear a same colored dress. So I cannot uniquely identify a person or a student using the dress color. Okay, using name can I able to uniquely identify? Let's take that Ravi. In a class more than 2 members will have the name called Ravi. Even Rajesh, some names will be there which are famous. Obviously my name you will not find anywhere because Jagadish is unique name. Lot of people will not have that name. So but however then you can easily tell what is the key attribute here, the roll number. Each per student will have the unique roll number. Okay, so your roll number will act as a key attribute. So using your roll number, we can uniquely identify an entity. So their roll number, I can call it as a key attribute. Then lot of people will get the doubt, sir, any entity, will I have only one key attribute or more than one key attribute is possible? That is what lot of students will ask me the doubt when I am discussing this concept called key attribute. The question is very valid question. You can have more than one key attribute also. Then you can ask me, sir, can you give me an example? Yes, obviously I will give. Suppose let's take that you have purchased a bike. Okay, now your bike can be uniquely identified in two ways, I can say. One way everyone know, your vehicle registration number. Using your vehicle registration number, I can uniquely identify a vehicle. Suppose if I say AP313456, only one vehicle will be there. Am I right or wrong? Okay, obviously someone can take the number plate, can attach to some other bike. However, only one bike only I can able to identify. So if I say this is the vehicle number, then only one bike will come. To which bike that number plate is there. So there the vehicle registration number is acting as a key attribute. Similarly, each bike will have an engine. So each engine also will have a number. So using the engine also I can able to identify a vehicle. So their engine number is also act as a key attribute. If it is a car, we will call it as a chassis number. Okay. Obviously, if you go for any Maruti service center or anyone, they will not they will not uniquely identify your car with the help of your vehicle registration number. They will always maintain a chassis number. Every car will have a unique chassis number. Using that one, they will able to identify a car. So an entity can have more than one key attribute also. That is what I want to say the point. Now, an entity can be classified into two types. One is strong entity, another one is weak entity. Okay, then you can ask me, sir, strong entity means big rectangle will be there, weak entity means small rectangle is there. No, not like that. An entity, when I will call it as a strong entity, means if it consists of a key attribute. An entity will have so many attributes. If it has at least one key attribute, then I will call it as a strong entity. If an entity does not have any key attribute, such entities we will call it as a weak entity. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood what is a strong entity and what is a weak entity. Okay, now a strong entity will be represented as like this only, like how the entity is represented, the strong entity also will be represented as a rectangle. Okay, whereas weak entity will be represented as double rectangles, or some textbooks will fill this gap between these two rectangles with a small thing. Okay, means they will fill the gap with a black color. So it can be represented weak entity like this, or between these two gaps also you can fill the black color. That is also they will say, they will use a bold line there. Okay, so that is also representation of a weak entity. Now this employee and department is an example for a ER diagram. Here you have two entities called as employee and department, and the relation between them, I did not mention what is the relationship is there. Obviously employee works for a department. The representation for a relationship is using a diamond symbol. Okay, so this is an example for an ER diagram. Can anyone tell me what is the employee, whether it is a strong entity or weak entity? I will wait for 2 seconds. Can you tell me whether employee is a strong entity? With the diagram, can you tell me whether it is a strong entity or weak entity? I want everyone to please answer. I will wait for 2 seconds. You can easily answer this question in very less amount of time. Okay, I request everyone to please answer this question, whether employee is a strong entity or a weak entity. You please provide your answer in the comment section. Okay, I hope everyone would have written the answer.
Okay, now we have a degree of a relationship. It is defined as the number of entity sets participating in a relationship. It can be called as a unary relationship, binary relationship, n-array relationship also. What is meant by unary relationship? In a relationship, if you have only one entity, then we will call it as a unary relationship. If a relationship consists of two entities, means the association is between two entities, then I will call it as a binary. If it is 3, I will call it as a ternary. If I have n entities, then I will call it as an n-array. Now, can you give me an example? Means, can you tell me whether this ER diagram, how many entities are there? 2 entities are there. Am I right or wrong? So, what kind of I can I call it as a binary, or I should call it as a n-array or unary? As we have 2 entities, obviously I should call it as a binary. So, how many entities are there in the relationship? Meaning is that between two relation, means if you have a one relation, this relationship is having association between how many entities. Even you can have a relation with another entity. Suppose let's take that you have another, let's take that student is attached to this relationship. Then I will say that 3 entities are there. Then I will call it as a ternary relationship. So, for a relationship, how many entities are connected, that I will call it as whether it is unary, if it is having only one entity is there. If 2 entities are there, I can call it as a binary. If n are there, I will call it as n-array. So, I hope you have understood all the concepts what I have discussed till now. Okay. So, we have discussed about what is the GATE 2021 syllabus, and then I have discussed about how much important this DBMS subject is. Okay, and then we have just given an introduction about the DBMS. Okay, and before coming to the next live session, the next live session will happen in the coming Tuesday. Before you are coming to the live session, I request everyone to watch the next few videos related to like some requirements I would have mentioned, and even we have a one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, and many-to-many relationships are there. Am I right? In my lecture series in my YouTube channel, I have provided all the videos in the playlist. If you go and watch my playlist related to DBMS, you can find around 125 videos. In those 125 videos, you can see all the lectures are labeled with a number, so you can go and watch them in a sequence. If you watch them in a sequence, you will understand the concept in a better way. So, I request everyone to watch those videos, like I have given one example on one-to-one relation, one-to-many relation, many-to-many relationship. All these examples I request everyone to watch in my YouTube channel, and I request everyone to come on the Tuesday by watching those videos. Then we will discuss the key points on them, and then I will give few practice questions for you, so that you can able to solve those practice questions. Because of something you could not able to solve those practice questions, I will clear your doubts also. Means I will solve them and I will explain you what is the solution for that question. So, I hope you have enjoyed the session. If you really like the session, please press the like button, share about my channel and about my videos with your friends if you really like them. If you say that, sir, this faculty is harassing, he is boring, he is not very good, then you share the videos with your enemies, because how you can harass your enemy? Obviously, you want to harass your enemy somehow. Am I right? Then how you can harass? You please share my videos with your enemy. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? So, please don't stop sharing the videos. Share the videos with your friends if you like them. If you don't like them, then share with your enemy, and then subscribe to my channel. Okay, and press the bell button to get the regular updates. Now, in the next 10 minutes, okay, in the next 10 minutes, I will check your questions. If you have any queries related to this session, you can ask me. I will clear your doubts in next 10 minutes. Okay, and then we will meet on the coming Tuesday. So if you have any doubts, you can ask your doubts. Let me read out the question. Like Nishu Kumar at 4:33 he asked, sir, DBMS starting se pad rahe hain sir. Yeah, I'm doing that one. Nishu Kumar, because some people want the live sessions, so for them these live sessions will be useful. But in live sessions more about teaching, I will give few practice questions you will solve. So every day, means every live session, like Friday and Tuesday we will do these live sessions. Okay, during these live sessions I will discuss the key points, then I will give you a few questions, whether it is a numerical question or theoretical question, then you will solve them and you will give the answers to me. If you could not able to solve, I will explain you the solutions also for you. Okay, Nishu Kumar is saying that yes sir, I have subscribed. Thank you so much Nishu Kumar. You please share the information with your friends. The objective of this channel is that provide free education to everyone. Okay, so I request everyone to share with your friends. Okay, Deepika is asking that what is the difference between simple and single valued attribute. I hope Deepika you have understood the difference between simple and single valued attribute. Simple attribute means which cannot be further divided, like your first name or your, let's take that in your address, flat number. Flat number is a simple attribute because flat number I cannot further divide, and even the flat number is also single valued attribute there because you will have only one flat number. Am I right or wrong? Means one address will have only one flat number. So an attribute can be a simple attribute and also it can be a single valued attribute also. Let's take that age. Age is a simple attribute because age cannot be further divided. Like you don't have a first age, middle age, last age. You have a age only attribute, and it is also single valued attribute. So an attribute can be a simple attribute and also it can be a single valued attributes, or it can be a multi-valued attribute also. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Srinutek is saying that it is a strong entity. Yes, because I have represented using a single rectangle, so you can easily say that it is a strong entity. Yeah, some people have said, Priyanka has said it is binary. Yeah, good, Priyanka. So if you have any doubts or if you have any queries related to my channel, okay, you feel free to ask me. I will clear your doubts. Next 5 minutes. Okay sir, thank you. Thank you Deepika. Please share the information about my channel with your friends. And next time I want more students. Right now 22 members are watching, but if you really like the sessions, you please share the information with your friends also and ask them and motivate them. You can motivate your friends. Okay, instead of means faculty also can motivate, but if you can motivate your friends, then he will be very happy and you can easily motivate them. Yes sir, we will always support you. Thank you Srinu. Any other things about my channel or any other doubts? Don't ask me personal questions. You can ask any question related to academics. And as you know that my name is Dr. Jagadish. Those who have watched my DBMS lectures, there you can find my name. But in other videos I did not even mention my name because my videos should speak than me. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can end the session here. So it is a great move to provide free, valuable information. Thank you Srinu. Please press the like button. If you're really happy with my channel, please press the like button so that others also can receive this information. how others can receive the information is that if you press the like button, share the videos with your friends, everyone will come to know. Okay, the main objective of this channel is that to provide the free education to all of them, and especially who are in the remote locations, they could not able to come to cities because of this COVID. Okay, for them I am doing it. So if you have any friends who are living in rural areas, who cannot have a proper what you call connectivity to other cities, obviously even if we have connectivity, we cannot go to any cities right now. The situation is very pathetic, so it will be useful if you share the information with them. Okay, and this why I am teaching for the GATE is that if you study the GATE, means DBMS, let's take that you are studying the DBMS. If you study with a level of GATE, then easily you can crack the technical interviews of the what you call the company's technical interviews, because in technical interviews they will ask whether you know what is an ER diagram, what is an entity, what is an attribute, what is a simple attribute, all these things they will ask. If you are in a position to answer them very confidently, then easily you can crack the interview. And for the GATE exam, especially the confidence is very, very important, because you have a negative marking also. So if you want to have a confidence, then how you will get it? Obviously with the practice. So these live sessions on the Friday and Tuesday is to make you practice only. During the other days, you please watch my videos. Okay, if you watch those videos, then during the live sessions, if you solve my questions, then you will gain the confidence. Okay, thank you so much for attending this session. If you have any other doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we will end the session. I will give you 2 minutes time. If you have any doubts related to this today's session or any information about my channel, you can ask me. Then I will provide the information for you. Otherwise, we will end the session in next 2 minutes. I request everyone to subscribe to my channel, share the information with your friends also. And if you have any doubts, you can send an email to pernicatutorials@gmail.com. Okay, so we will end the session. Thank you so much for everyone. Okay. Sir, will you post that PPT? No, I will not post it. Okay. Okay, see you all again on the coming Tuesday. Thank you everyone.